don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
The answers are coming.
Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you want to know what it is? Unfortunately, no one can be told what it is, but you have to see it for yourself. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
I do a shitload of reading and studying and praying, and I've come to a few conclusions I want to share.
What truth?
That you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage. Born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this. This is the world that you know.
People look at politicians and celebrities on the TV and the newspapers, glossy magazines. What do they see? I'm just like them. That's what they say. I'm special. I'm different. I could be any one of them. Well, guess what? You can't. You know why? Because in reality, mediocrity is where most people live. Mediocrity in your schools, it's in your dreams, it's in your family.
You look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. People are still a part of that system when you're inside. That system, most of these people are not ready to unplug. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it.
No. I don't believe it. It's impossible.
For the longest time, I wouldn't believe it. And then I saw the fields with my own eyes. And standing there, facing the pure, horrifying precision, I came to realize the obviousness of the truth. All of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to energy sources. Throughout human history, we have been dependent on energy sources to survive. Fate, it seems, is not without a sense of irony.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Those of us who know this, those of us who understand the disease of the dull, we do something about it. We do more because we have to. The deck was always stacked against us. You're either a big leaguer or you're a slave clawing your way onto the C train. Some people say Jack Abramoff moves too fast. Jack Abramoff cuts corners. Well, I say to them, if that's the difference between me and my family having a good life and walking and using the subway every day, then so be it. I will not allow my family to be slaves. I will not allow the world I touch to be vanilla.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
It's gonna pop.
I didn't say it would be easy.
You have to let it all go. Fear, doubt,
Disbelief. Free your mind. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill.
If I take the blue pill, then there's like opportunity.
You take the red pill.
If I take the red pill, my life will stay the same.
Remember, All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
For your mind.
Yeah, that's it. Want one? It's awesome.
Who's really in control of your life? Are you in complete control of your life? Do you own every decision? Do you have the ability to change everything in your life? Things happen that are outside of your control.
The reason I'm dressed this way is because I saw The Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith's 2006 movie, The Pursuit of Happiness. And he mentioned something in there that Thomas Jefferson threw in the Declaration of Independence, you know, the pursuit of happiness. And he said he mentions it a couple of times. And it's true. Some people pursue happiness for a long, long time. Very long time. And some people never find it. But what I'm talking about now is, man, I gotta admit, I am almost tired of trying.
The American public is bleeding and saying, is there truly anyone out there that understands the suffering that we are going through?
This year, the retirement program is now projected to pay out nearly $29 billion more in benefits than it collects in taxes.
Foreclosure crisis that we're seeing all throughout the country, banks deciding that they're going to start foreclosing on people's homes again.
Now people talk about, hey, if you go with a big company or if you go with a certain type of company.
3,000 employees, and now a lot of those are laid off or transferred or working for different companies. It's had a devastating effect.
You look at the numbers that Tom is talking about and that we're all seeing across the country.
Unemployment is, through the roof.
This has to have a major impact on consumers and the economy.
Okay, we can't make this stuff up. They're killing us. They're killing us. I'm out of work. I don't know how I'm going to afford to live.
For over 20 years, Social Security collected more money in payroll taxes than it paid out in benefits, but not anymore.
And many of the retirees are wondering whether their pension benefits are secure. Their savings are certainly not secure, and there's a lot of uncertainty.
So, thinking about job security?
Jack Timmer, who worked for 27 years and retired 2 years ago, lost $350,000 in his 401k. Timmer had to hang up his fishing pole and return to work. He now makes minimum wage driving and loading trucks for a...
What do you do if you lose your job? I've lost a job before.
People work in the 9-to-5 world and feel a sense of security from that and don't want to venture out on their own because they don't want to lose that security, are really laboring under an illusion.
Yeah, there really is no such thing as job security. I don't care who you are.
Don't worry about me. Someday you road skinners will all be saying Joe Fabini's a good guy to work for. And I will be. No doubt about that, kid. But me, I'll take the salary and let someone else have the worry. That's the easy way.
There's no real security when you are working for somebody else. When somebody else sets your pay, when somebody else sets your hours, when somebody else even decides whether or not you continue working there.
Now, but we don't see that as something brought by our education into our everyday conduct. We've got a system of schooling which gives a completely different impression. It's all graded. And what we do is we put the child into the corridor of this grade system with a kind of, come on, kitty, kitty, kitty. And yeah, you go to kindergarten, And that's a great thing because when you finish that, you'll get into first grade. And then, come on, first grade leads to second grade, and so on, and then you get out of grade school, you've got high school, and it's revving up, the thing is coming. Then you're going to go to college, and by Jove, then you get into graduate school, And when you're through with graduate school, you go out to join the world. And then you get into some racket where you're selling insurance. And they've got that quota to make. And you're going to make that. And all the time, this thing is coming. It's coming. It's coming. That great thing. The success you're working for. Then when you wake up one day about 40 years old, you say, my God, I've arrived. I'm there. And you don't feel very different from what you always felt. And there's a slight letdown because you feel there's a hoax. And there was a hoax. A dreadful hoax. They made you miss everything by expectation. Look at the people who live to retire and put those savings away. And then when they're 65, they don't have any energy left. They're more or less impotent. And they go and rot in an old people's, senior citizens community. Because we've simply cheated ourselves the whole way down the line. We thought of life by analogy with a journey, with a pilgrimage. We had a serious purpose at the end, and the thing was to get to that end. Success, or whatever it is, or maybe heaven after you're dead. But we missed the point the whole way along. It was a musical thing, and you were supposed to sing or to dance while the music was being played.
In an increasingly flat world, to coin the phrase of economist Thomas Friedman, the 9-to-5 attitude is already obsolete. Now, the challenge is that a lot of people who are not wealthy tried to lead the lifestyle of the wealthy before they have the financial backing to be able to do so, trying to impress people they don't know with money they don't have.
Value this time in your life, kids, because this is the time in your life when you still have your choices. And it goes by so fast. When you're a teenager, you think you can do anything, and you do. Your 20s are a blur. 30s, you raise your family, you make a little money, and you think to yourself, what happened to my 20s? 40s, you grow a little pot belly, you grow another chin. The music starts to get too loud. One of your old girlfriends from high school becomes a grandmother. 50s, you have a minor surgery. You'll call it a procedure, but it's a surgery. 60s, you'll have a major surgery. The music is still loud, but it doesn't matter because you can't hear it anyway. 70s, you and the wife retire to Fort Lauderdale. Start eating dinner at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You have lunch around 10, breakfast the night before. Spend most of your time wandering around malls looking for the ultimate soft yogurt and muttering, how come the kids don't call? How come the kids don't call? In the 80s, you'll have a major stroke. You end up battling with some Jamaican nurse who your wife can't stand, but who you call mama. Any questions?
Your few freedoms are preserved because they are profitable to your owners.
This is Lisa Murkowski, Senator for Alaska and lead Republican on the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee. I want to speak with you today about one of the threats that we're experiencing personally, rising energy prices. It's crippling for anyone with bills to pay, groceries to buy, or a long commute. When gasoline prices go up, families and businesses are stretched thin. Budgets are harder to balance and jobs are destroyed. If energy prices keep climbing, our nation could slip back into recession, just as we're finally emerging from the last one. The worst part of this emerging crisis is that our own government deserves much of the blame. International events have pushed prices higher, but our own short-sightedness and restrictions have also played a critical role. They don't realize or don't care about the damage to the economy, the pain to a mom as she fills her minivan, or a farmer as he tries to bring in a harvest. And now we're facing the consequences. Republicans believe that Americans deserve better, and we believe the federal government can do better. We're ready to make meaningful progress on energy, and we're hopeful that our Democratic colleagues will join us.
Governor Martin O'Malley and Constellation Energy hailed the understanding between the state and the utility as a truce. 1999 deregulation deal, widely derided as a losing bet for consumers. However, both sides acknowledge there's no permanent protection from soaring power bills.
The reality is that high energy costs are here to stay.
the cost of energy is not going to go down. If anything, it's going to go up.
There is no magic wand that can, in the Public Service Commission drawer or any other drawer in this building that can force down the price of a commodity like gasoline or natural gas or the other things that go into generating electricity. There's another great threat on our horizon, and it is that energy consumption has been growing pretty steadily for the last 10, 15 years, and yet there has been virtually no construction of new generation. So we are facing the real possibility of rolling brownouts or blackouts in the next 5 to 10 years.
I mean, overall, Constellation has dramatically benefited from deregulation, and ratepayers have suffered.
None of those things is a silver bullet solution to making energy rates more predictable, stable, and affordable moving forward.
The truth is, our energy problem has become an energy crisis because no matter how well-intentioned the promise, no matter how bold the proposal, they all fall victim to the same Washington politics that has only become more divided and more dishonest, more timid and more calculating, and more beholden to the powerful interests that have the biggest stake in the status quo.
Consumer costs will likely continue to increase through the year 2011.
We hope that the Public Service Commission moves forward in developing long-term solutions.
In this world, there are necessities. In a high-priced, energy-driven world, the road to a solution seems to be moving backwards. Illinois, New York, Maryland, and Texas markets continue raising electricity prices each year. So when the government changed the law and our solution was put in place, the world was eager to save. Because overpaying on something like electricity is how you move backwards, not how you move forward.
The U.S. unemployment rate jumped to 6% in April, the highest in nearly 8 years. Folks are coming back into the labor market, but they're just not finding jobs. The labor department said new claims for state unemployment insurance jumped.
Recently, consumers had no option other than to buy their electricity from the same company that generated it, the big power companies. Power companies had a monopoly on generating the electricity and then selling it. And do you think for a moment they treated us fairly? No. And the government didn't think so either, so they broke up the monopoly. What does this mean for you? Energy is now deregulated in many states, meaning consumers can save up to 20% on their electric bills for the very same power they already get in their homes and businesses. The power lines that deliver your electricity don't change, and servicing of those power lines doesn't change. The only thing that changes is the provider of your electricity and your rate. You pay less. Not since the deregulation of telephone in the 1980s has there been an opportunity more perfectly suited to direct selling than this. When the baby bells deregulated, new companies were born, big names like Sprint and MCI, which today we take for granted, but at the time were unknown. Yet together they were able to reach $1 billion in sales even faster than giants in other industries like Microsoft. How did these companies get their start? By using direct selling. And in the process, many of their loyal independent business owners, people just like you, became millionaires. Did you know 2 of the 5 highest grossing direct selling companies in the U.S. today are energy companies? And did you know they grew that big in a very short time despite only being offered in just a small number of states like Texas and New York? How could they do this? Because electricity is the perfect product for direct selling. Electricity is not an overpriced direct sales product like vitamins or cosmetics. The only way other direct selling companies can afford to pay a commission is to overcharge you for products that you probably don't need in the first place. Not with electricity. It's consumable, it's a commodity, you can pay less, not more. Every household must have electricity, and everyone uses it, a lot of it, every day. Best of all, consumers are already trained to pay for it every single month, forever. It means electricity has none of the problems that plague almost every other direct selling product. People already know what it is, why they need it, and how to use it. With electricity, there's no product training, no inventory, no spoilage, nothing to ship, and nothing to return. Electricity is not a fad, and it will never become obsolete. Several states have already given their residents the choice of where to purchase their energy, and many, many more states will follow. Imagine all that electricity being generated, and someone is getting paid for it. It may as well be you.
Because everybody is responsible. Everybody is responsible. Everyone's responsible. You mean you may try not to be and avoid it and say, oh, let the senators take care of it or the president. But theoretically, everyone's responsible. Now, that's terrifying. See, it's all right when you know what's right. There is an aristocracy, there is the clergy, and they know what should be done, and they're used to ruling, you see. But now it's in your hands. You say, well, what are we going to do? Everyone's responsible.
How many people do you know that use electricity or natural gas? How many of them do you think would like to pay less for it or even get it for free? How would you like to earn a residual income and potentially thousands of dollars in bonuses just by referring people to that offer? I'm talking about energy, electricity and natural gas. Commodities that are unconsciously purchased and habitually used by everyone you know and everyone you don't know. In other words, everyone has to have it and pays for it without thinking about it. Every month, month after month, year after year. Right now, energy monopolies are being broken up across the country. And for the first time in history, consumers have the right to choose who they buy their energy from. For entrepreneurs who understand the power of a dynamic change like this, a huge window of opportunity opens. Fortunes can be created by those with a vision to take massive, immediate action. Retail energy is the largest industry ever to deregulate in American history. Nearly $500 billion is spent every year by residential consumers, many of whom live in states that are already deregulated. In those states that are now deregulated, billions of dollars are being taken from the old incumbent utilities by new retail energy companies as customers exercise their right to choose a new provider. So, why should any of that information matter to you? What if I could show you a way to partner with an established company that's already taking advantage of this tremendous opportunity by allowing ordinary people to garner their share of those billions? How would you like to earn true residual income on the retail energy bills of thousands or even tens of thousands of people? This is the opportunity you have with Ambit Energy. Ambit Energy already offers service in Texas, New York, and Illinois, providing immediate access to over 15.8 million customers and $35 billion in revenue. And we're just getting started. With less than 2% market share and with other states opening their utility markets to competition right now, the opportunity is truly ground floor. Ambit gives you the chance to benefit by offering a service that every family in America has to have. They use it every day, and it's already in their monthly budget. The only question you have to answer is, how much of that billion-dollar market do you want for yourself? Ambit's vision is to become an industry leader offering consumers competitive rates, great customer service, and incredible benefits. Ambit Energy pays you to refer our service to your circle of influence in order to obtain loyal customers. You can generate serious residual income by helping people save money, earn incredible travel benefits, and even help them get their energy for free. Imagine, you help a few people save money on their electric or gas bill. They help a few other people save money. Those others help a few others, and so on and so on and so on. And before you know it, you're getting paid on the energy usage of hundreds or even thousands of people in your referral network. This is true residual income. This is the power of the opportunity before you. As an Ambit independent consultant, you can start a business of your own that has the potential to generate $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. Really, the potential is unlimited every month after month. It's your choice. With Ambit Energy, the power to achieve financial freedom is literally within your grasp. If you want to get started now, just click the Join Now button and complete the short enrollment form. Or, if you need some more information, simply click the appropriate state presentation once this video ends, or contact the person who sent you a link to this website. Whatever you decide, we wish you incredible success. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your search for financial freedom.
I just want to save money.
I want to make my own decisions and spend time on what's important.
I needed to make some extra money for my household, but on a part-time basis.
The traditional ways of earning an income just aren't reliable anymore.
About Ambit through another mom on my son's team. She knew we were a one-income household and told me how Ambit could save us money on our energy bill. See, I'm always looking for deals, and knowing that I didn't have to sacrifice quality or reliability in turn, it was a no-brainer. Then she shared with me how she was making money by helping people just like she did me. Good job!
You're just talking to friends and family, and you're not only introducing them to a product, but you're saving them money.
This is what we spend our time doing, is helping people, save money on a bill they're already paying, or help them have the opportunity to turn around their financial future.
When we realized we're saving people hundreds of dollars every single month, that's why we knew why Ambit.
Not only do you save money on your energy bill, but you have also the opportunity to go out there and refer other customers. If you refer 15 electricity customers, you have the opportunity to get a check every month for free electricity.
My average electricity bill is $4 a month.
For the last 8 months, my energy bill has been under $10. That's why Ambit works for me.
I have to admit, at first it sounded a little too good to be true. Helping people save money on something they use every moment of every day and get paid for it. But I did my due diligence, and it turns out they're an impressive group. Besides having incredible customer service, progressive technology, accurate billing, how refreshing, and a solid core of integrity as a company, they also have a compelling history.
We don't generate electricity, and we don't deliver that electricity to the homes and businesses. What we do is we gather customers, we forecast their needs, we hedge those needs, we bill them, we collect, and we provide customer care. And operationally, we saw right away that we're a data processing company.
Utility companies need payment systems, they need billing systems, they need rating systems, they need websites. We quickly decided as a team that we were going to build the systems in-house from scratch. What it's done for us now is it enables us to really go anywhere we want to go, and Ambit is free to do whatever it really wishes to and prioritizes to do with the systems in-house.
Being a part of Ambit Energy puts you in a very supportive environment, all the way from the company, all the way down to the leaders that are helping people become successful in the business.
Ambit Energy has really done it all for us, and they provide an absolute turnkey business, and they've done all of the difficult work on our behalf.
Hard to argue with that. It made me feel good about my decision, and it's been an exciting and lucrative one at that. And the best part is, it's all on my schedule. That's how Ambit works for me.
Many people play with the dream of owning their own business. But with that usually comes a pretty healthy investment. And you've got equipment, employees, advertising, billing, not to mention the amount of time it takes to manage it all. The trick to a successful business is having the right product or service to offer at the right time. That's why becoming an Ambit Energy consultant made a whole lot of sense to me. It's a product that everyone uses every day. It's the exact same product and service for a lower price. It is the perfect side business to add another revenue stream.
Our very first decision was to build the finest and most respected retail electricity provider in America. Then we began to look at how could we attract customers who would pay their bills, stay with us a long time at a low acquisition cost. And that's when we made the decision to go down direct sales, direct marketing.
Other companies can spend money on advertising to get their customers, and all of that money just goes to a corporation. We spend millions of dollars every year to get customers too. We just have the ability to send that out in the form of checks every week to average families all over the country who are trying to pay their mortgage, pay their car payment, or put their kids through school.
To me, it made perfect sense. Electricity, natural gas, who doesn't use it?
There's no product education. We can do product education right now, electricity and natural gas. Anybody got any questions? It's pretty simple.
Blue collar, white collar, it doesn't matter. And it is a service that everybody needs and wants.
We're at the perfect place at the right time, and we're using a product that's unconsciously purchased, habitually used.
Who doesn't turn gas on? Who doesn't use electricity? So all I need to do is pick up the phone and say, do you want to save on your electric bill? And that's all we do. We help people save money and make money. That's how simple this business is.
Let's face it, lawn care is an elective service.
When things get tight, customers eliminate unnecessary spending from their budgets. But if I'm able to help them save money on their energy bills, they usually find that they can also afford to remain a customer too.
My time is already spent helping people every day. The opportunity to help them save on something that they're paying for every month, that's just a great way to start a conversation. With all the operations already in place, all I have to do is help them change one single spending habit. Once, that's all. More monthly revenue with very little extra time required. Now that is how Ambit Energy works for me.
Ambit doesn't ask us to go out and get 10,000 customers. Ambit asks us to go out and get a few customers we know, love, and trust, and help others do the exact same thing. And it's very simple.
People want to save money, and there's a way for the consultant to go out and make money saving their friends money.
So I'm able to secure not only my life, but also the life of my kids and their kids.
I see it as a very strong and healthy plan B that very often turns into plan A.
Our economic times have taught us that we can no longer count on the large companies or the government to look out for the regular guy. I felt my potential was limited and felt there was more I could do with my energy and time. And I had to find something I could start making money at right away. Isn't that right? And that's why we started our own Ambit Energy business. An old college buddy that I had recently reconnected with on Facebook told me about the incredible savings he was getting on his energy bills with Ambit, and how his newfound business was responsible for all those great vacation photos and other postings he was making. The thought of helping people save money on energy is incredibly timely. After all, as a consumer, we now all have the power to choose our energy provider. Okay, be there in a second. And owning my own business finally puts me in control of my life and my finances, present and future. You see, Ambit isn't just about earning money now. It's about building a long-term residual income for tomorrow, too.
You just do the work one time, and then you keep getting paid every single month.
When I sell a house, it's a one-time commission. On the other hand, every month after month after month, when that customer is paying their bill, I'm getting a residual income.
Ambit Energy will give me an income that I can build today that will continue to pay me years from now for the efforts that I put in today. And my real estate inspection business will never do that for me.
This is the opportunity to give people hope. You know, the unemployment rate's the highest it's been in 28 years. There's people all across our country looking for alternative ways to make additional income. And when you can show them a startup business for less than $500 that they can make their initial investment back by doing a little bit of work and have the opportunity to go out there and make unlimited residual income on a product that's unconscious electricity purchased, habitually used. I mean, to me, this is just a no-brainer.
When I replaced my nursing income 15 to 30 minutes a day, I realized that I could retire from nursing, do this full time, and I've bought my time back. Now I can spend as much time with my family or doing anything I want to do.
I found time to do it part-time, just a few hours a week, persistent and consistent effort. In a few short months, I was able to buy my life back. I'm looking forward to the day when all there is Ambit, and I don't have to do that other job.
I didn't have any time freedom. I would go sometimes days without seeing my family, but that was all because of those traditional businesses wore me out. Ambit's allowed me to spend more time now with my wife and my children because of this. I could never have done things that I'm doing now through my traditional businesses.
It's the best, quote, job you could ever have, because the only thing you do is help people. You help people with their wealth, saving money, making money.
I was in high school and I had braces in my mouth, and if I can do it in high school and right out of high school with no college education, with absolutely no business experience at all whatsoever, and if I can become successful in this business, anybody can do this. Truly and genuinely, anybody can do this, and it's worth the effort. It's absolutely worth the try.
My Ambit business really took off after understanding one simple concept. Why pay more for something you're already paying for? One simple form changes that. People can then get back to doing what they love the most, living life. That's how Ambit Energy works for me.
Energy's the biggest industry to ever deregulate, and it's happening right now. And Ambit Energy is creating a unique opportunity for ordinary people to participate in that wealth transfer.
My grandfather created what has become known as the convenience store industry. That small company continued to grow and turn into 7-Eleven. And today there's more 7-Elevens around the world than any other retailing concept. And we're very proud of what 7-Eleven has achieved and where it's gone. But we also think that the opportunity here at Ambit Energy is just as great as what we saw at 7-Eleven back in the earliest of days. The deregulation of electricity is an absolutely enormous opportunity. It's a huge industry, and it's something that everybody uses, and we think Ambit is positioned to take advantage of that deregulation, to provide people a way to make money and to save money, and that's why we get so excited about it.
I get plenty of free time, and I get to call my own shots, and that's why Ambit works for me.
I don't have to trade time for money. I can pursue my passions now, and that's what Ambit has done for me.
Ambit Energy allows me to spend time with the people that mean the most to me, and that's my wife and my 4 children. And that's exactly why Ambit Energy works for me.
You never know unless you try it. I know it has changed my life in many ways.
You don't want to miss this.
To find out how Ambit Energy can work for you, contact the person who sent you this message today.
My light bulb moment, the day I switched to Ambit. I needed an electricity company that was simple. That's why I switched to Ambit.
I wanted a no-nonsense proven electricity company. So I switched to Ambit.
Switch to Ambit Energy. Switch and save up to 30% on your electricity bill.
Hi, I'm Jerry Thompson, co-founder and CEO of Ambit Energy. The fact that you're watching this video tells me you've received a copy of In Business Magazine from one of our consultants and probably already know a little bit about our company. I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to consider partnering with Ambit as you look for creative ways to get ahead financially. Starting your own network marketing business is a smart strategy. And in my opinion, Ambit provides the best opportunity for the average person to build a secondary stream of residual income. If you think about it, what's better than planning your new business on the firm foundation of one of the fastest growing companies in the country? One that offers a recession-proof service like electricity and natural gas. My family and I have been fortunate to see many windows of opportunity in the past, but we've never seen anything like what is happening at Ambit. I know it's tough out there right now. Unemployment rising, house prices falling, and inflation looming on the horizon. Don't let any of that distract you. You're doing the right thing. Focus on what you can control. If I've learned anything from my family's entrepreneurial history, I've learned that times of economic uncertainty also provide some of the greatest opportunities. It's always better to dig your well before you're thirsty, and direct selling is a great vehicle to help you achieve your goals. I'd like to invite you to watch this short video presentation that I think does a great job of explaining the benefits of owning your own business in the direct selling industry. When that's over, my partner and Ambit's Chief Marketing Officer, Chris Chambliss, will explain how Ambit is different from every other business opportunity in the industry. I hope that when you're done with the presentation, you'll agree with me that Ambit is a great vehicle to recession-proof your income. Thanks again for your time.
Wow. Did you ever think we'd see gas prices almost double in just a year? Well, I'm not just talking about these gas prices. I'm talking about the '73 recession. With declining gross domestic product, increased military spending, growing unemployment, rising food prices due to higher energy costs, the country entered into the worst recession since World War II. Does any of this sound familiar?
The report reveals that the Consumer Confidence Index has dropped to near 1973 levels. Such numbers often worry consumers to the point where they save more and spend less, which in turn slows the economy even more.
Deeper downturn with foreclosures, layoffs, bankruptcies, and now even more jobs than ever are going to be outsourced overseas. So let me ask you this.
As rising energy prices and food costs posted a much bigger jump than anticipated. It's the largest increase since November of last year. But what will that...
Okay, this needs a drum roll. Can I get a drum roll, please?
Yeah, please.
Drum roll.
All right.
There we go. Okay. The United States Department of Labor, all right?
Uh-huh.
The unemployed persons now have increased to make it now 7.8 million.
7.8 million? Are you serious?
Yeah. What is that, a lie?
Chairman reports that the housing bubble bust has wiped out much of the nation's homeowners' equity, resulting in trillions of dollars being lost over the next several years. This spells potential...
Bankruptcy filings jumped 38% compared to last year as many consumers struggle with higher mortgage payments and other debt loads. But what's on most economists' minds is why are bankruptcy laws working?
It's time to ask yourself some important questions. Have you started cutting back on life's little splurges? Do you ever worry about a downturn in your employer's business or a possible layoff? Have you had to forget about this year's vacation plans? Do you have trouble stretching your paycheck to cover your monthly responsibilities? Have you found yourself worrying about putting together a college fund for your kids? Or about having anything for retirement? If you're answering yes to any of these questions, you're not alone, which is why many economists and financial experts say that the U.S. has officially entered a recession. So what about you? Has your family been affected by the weaker dollar, higher prices, and rising unemployment? If you have, you've probably thought, what can I do about it? Well, the way I see it, you have four options. 1, you could panic. 2, you can wait it out and hope for the best. 3, get a second job. Or 4, you can take control of your own destiny. There's something you can do. There's action you can take to recession-proof your income. What kind of action? Consider. What if I told you that with a minimal investment, you could own your own business? A business that you could operate part-time and that could substantially supplement or ultimately even replace your current income. Well, I'm happy to tell you that there is a business like that. It uses a business model with a proven record that has made thousands of people millionaires and that has continued to grow steadily in good economic times and bad. I'm talking about an independent business opportunity in the direct selling industry. It's about owning your own business engaging with other like-minded entrepreneurs who are capturing a piece of today's changing marketplace, representing proprietary cutting-edge products and services, and earning extra income. A small investment can help you earn the money you need to eliminate financial worries and build your true long-term wealth. And you don't have to take my word for it. A U.S. Federal Reserve survey shows that the average household net worth for self-employed persons is 5 times more than those in traditionally employed positions. Direct selling is your opportunity to hit the ground running. You can earn more money immediately. You use many of the skills that you already have without any special training. It's about sharing more than selling, really, in the same way that you recommend a good movie or restaurant to your friends. Only here, you can earn real money doing it. And by adding that extra money, by bolstering up your savings, you begin to recession-proof your income and your life. Thanks. For 20 years, in good times and bad, whether the stock market's been up or down or wherever the consumer price index went, the direct selling industry has continued to grow. That's why noted business authors Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump emphasize that owning your own business is the smart success strategy. They have suggested that one of the best ways to achieve financial security and build true wealth is a direct selling business. And it's no wonder. 15 million people participate in direct selling businesses in the U.S. alone, and 4 times that worldwide. U.S. sales in direct selling total over $32 billion annually. These are primarily home-based entrepreneurial businesses started by people like you. In fact, here's what Paul Zane Pilzer, one of the country's most respected business authors, has to say about home-based direct selling businesses.
We're in the midst of a boom in home-based businesses, and it shows no sign of slowing. I like the honesty about direct selling because it openly tells people the way to get rich is with residual income. Get paid again tomorrow for something you did yesterday.
Good job. To recession-proof your income and protect the things that are truly important to you, you have to take control and seize the opportunity when you see it. To own your own business for a minimal investment in an industry that is 15 million people strong and generates over $32 billion a year in revenue? Well, that doesn't sound very much like a recession at all. Take control of your destiny today. Talk to the person who gave you this video. They're ready to tell you more about an opportunity that could help bolster your income during these tough recessionary times. And you may find rising prices and the fear of unemployment, it's a thing of the past. Good job, man. Oh, look at it fly, look at it fly.
Hi, I'm Chris Chambliss, co-founder and chief marketing officer at Ambit Energy. Thank you for watching our short video presentation. You know, most people at this point are convinced that owning their own home-based business is a good idea. As my partner said earlier, it just makes sense. The real question you need to answer now is whether or not Ambit Energy is the right opportunity for you. Let me give you a few reasons your answer to that question should be yes. It's simple, really. We have a secret that sets us apart from every other opportunity in the direct sales industry. Instead of selling a product that some people want and others don't want, we actually sell a service that everyone has to have and that they already use every minute of every hour, month in and month out. If you're serious about creating additional income for yourself and your family, you might want to start there. I'm talking about getting paid every month on hundreds, even thousands of electricity and natural gas bills. You see, to be successful in any other product-based direct selling business, there are hurdles to building lasting income. Hurdles that don't exist with Ambit. First hurdle is training. Whether it's nutritional supplements, makeup, juice, chocolate, the average person must be educated about the products before they feel comfortable recommending them to their friends and family. Ambit requires no training. Everyone already understands how electricity and natural gas work. The second hurdle is selling. When you sell a product people don't already use, selling skills are required to promote the benefits and to persuade those customers to budget extra money each month to get those benefits. Ambit requires no selling skills. Everyone already pays for electricity and natural gas every month. The third hurdle is change. All product companies require customers to change their buying habits. Customers don't like to do that. They like to buy products when they need them, not when a company wants to auto-ship them. At Ambit, nothing changes for our customers. They complete a quick online enrollment and continue to use the service the same way they always have. The fact that we offer a service everyone needs and uses eliminates the obstacles that prevent most people from succeeding at other direct sales businesses. No training, no selling, no change for customers. You get paid generously for gathering a handful of customers and helping others do what you did. And when you don't have to spend time being trained or learning to sell or convincing people to change a buying habit, your income can grow pretty quickly. It's this unconsciously purchased and habitually used service that generates true residual income month after month after month. It is this type of earning potential that creates financial freedom. To most of us, financial freedom is not having millions of dollars in the bank. Financial freedom is simply having enough money coming in every month to pay all of your expenses without having to work for the money. For the average person looking to change their life, this could be a few $1,000s per month. With the Ambit opportunity, this is not only possible, it's already happening to average Americans every day. As I travel to Ambit events throughout the year, I meet people all the time who are achieving their goals of financial freedom. Business professionals who now have the resources to spend more time with their families. Single moms who can now afford a better life for their children. And other hardworking people who were able to get out of debt and start saving for retirement or for their kids' college. These new entrepreneurs tell me that Ambit presented the right opportunity at just the right time. I get excited witnessing firsthand that I'm part of a company that is allowing people to change the economy of their own lives. I hope you'll join that group and choose Ambit Energy as your vehicle for positive change. Just get back with the person who gave you your copy of In Business Magazine. They can answer any remaining questions you may have and help you get started on your new path to financial freedom. Good luck, and thanks again for watching our presentation.